Choose wisely.
You know, you're just not. We're not built the same, and it's okay because we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses.
Good thing I'm built
That's
better.
why we go together like PB and J. You know,
who's the PB and who's the J?
I'm just saying like they complement each other.
Who's the PB?
I'm just saying like
who's
men and women complement
who's
each
J?
other.
And
What with me? With us?
Yeah.
I think I'm peanut butter.
Yeah, because you thick. Yeah, you got that right because you thick.
Goodbye, DeMel.
What are you? Thick.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Life After I Do podcast. I'm your host, Nesha G, a.k.a. Well, actually, it's Kainisha, a.k.a. Nesha G. And then you know who this guy is to my right when he's done serenading us.
They call me M.O.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't.
You have an unhealthy attachment to him. It's your boy, Moelethal. Go ahead and ask the question so I can give it to you.
Here we go. Let me prepare myself. You know, I'm always riding a high of positivity.
Okay.
How was your week, babe?
Uplifting.
Okay. Really?
Stupendous.
Uplifting.
Stupendous.
Hey, Booskies.
Hey, Booscaronis.
Hi.
How you feeling?
I'm good.
Ass is fat.
Okay. From your purview, apparently.
Like Doja said, if you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back.
I don't like that. Nah, she cool.
She a little crazy.
She cool, though.
That's how you know it's fire.
How was your week, my love?
Stupendous. Uplifting.
Well, what was the highlight of your week?
Therapy.
Okay.
Always therapy.
Nice.
Always good when I talk to old Dr. Williams.
Okay. Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the bullshitness of your week?
No, but working through my stuff.
Working through your stuff?
My stuff.
Okay.
Getting better.
Trying to get all the weeds out of there.
Yeah, I'm really trying to be better.
I know you are. I see it.
Really, and the problem with me,
I feel like you're moving in a great direction.
The problem with trying to be better is that my wife is constantly testing me. You know what? But then in
order to become better, you must go through obstacles.
Right. And I'm happy you said that because like when I was listening to Pastor Mike, he said you got to learn to tell the difference between opposition and obstacles.
Exactly.
God puts obstacles in front of you to build you up to make you better.
Yes.
And opposition, that's where you got to fight. So I'm trying to figure out if you are my opposition, you my ops or my obstacle.
Oh, okay.
Because like Dr. Mike said, at an obstacle course, there's a way out.
Yes.
I'm just trying to, maybe I need to take a way out.
Okay.
So are you my ops or are you just my obstacle?
Kind of your building block, but okay.
You want to be somebody's foundation so bad.
I don't want to be. I was just so happened to be placed in such a position.
You just so happen? So am I your obstacle too? Look at God work. Look at him work.
Look at him go. Show it out.
Look here.
Show it out.
Also, let me say, I had a good week.
That's good.
I'm having a great day.
Mm-hmm.
My day has been really productive, and my timeline has been giving.
Yeah,
my timeline has really been giving today. I had sent a couple reels to another podcast friend of mine. Shout out Des the Diva, and I was like, my podcast is my algorithm was given today. I said you need to hear these messages because these messages is literally speaking to my therapy session Friday, and it's like I don't know how Dr. Williams be doing it, but like every time she tell me something, Instagram confirms her. Oh,
okay, because it might be because they're listening.
Maybe that might be it.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it is.
But Pastor Mike and what's the other pastor name? I forget his name. Other black guy. I mean, they look here. Now look, I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. I was raised religious. And boy, I'm telling you.
What are you telling me? I want to know.
You know, I haven't really told you this, but like over the last couple of months, I've been Suge Avery around here.
Suge Avery?
Yeah, God's trying to tell me something. I ain't trying to hear it though.
Well, that's dumb.
I know. I'm listening. But you know.
You just sounded real. I'm gonna say.
Let me clarify what I mean.
I'm just gonna say you sound real dumb right now.
Let me clarify what I mean. What I mean is that there's been a lot of things placed on my heart that I have not discussed with you because I'm not ready to. Mm-hmm. But he's working on me.
Okay.
And I'm listening.
But you just said that you're not trying to listen.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I said that.
What you said.
I said that as a bratty kid response. Like, you know how you can't hear something that they don't want to listen, but they do what you say, but they don't want. Yeah, it's kind of like that mentality. Okay. How was your week, Whiskey? That's enough for you.
My week was great. My week was stupendous. Really?
Tell us why.
No particular reason. It was just a good week.
Hold on, guys. This is a side note. Tangent.
Oh gosh.
The first of many today because today is an R2 Cents episode. This is the first of many.
Oh goodness.
I had been discussing every year in my job we pick schedules, and I had been discussing with my wife of possibly taking a later schedule so I could have more time with her in the morning. But now I have been shown that my wife's morning time is very important to her.
It always has been.
And I'm not part of that.
That's not because you're not normally here.
She has a gym community that she needs a lot more than she needs her husband. But she wants her husband's support. And I'm going to support her in that. I support her. So while I go to the gym to get gains and become, lose my weight and get stronger, my wife goes.
What do I go to the gym for?
I was going to say my girl. My wife goes to the gym for social hour. That is my tangent. Wife?
Okay. Like I don't think because you talk to people and people like talk to you, it's like
it's a difference between talking to people and passing and having you had a whole conversation.
Okay, that was with one of my other gym buddies, but all my other gym buddies, you see how they give me dabs, they give me high fives, and we keep pushing.
Babe, I got through 60% of my workout while you were talking.
Okay, and like the half of that time, we were talking about my squat and like talking about.
Babe, it's fine. Long story short,
long story short, my husband thinks that it's ridiculous that I guess talk to people at the gym or have friends at the gym.
It's not ridiculous at all.
I don't know.
I don't think it's ridiculous.
He has people that he talks to at the gym. But
it's not ridiculous. I'm happy for you. I'm just saying, get the work in first. Talk. Get the gains, then talk.
I got both.
You definitely got to ask. But back to your week, Lucy. What made it so great?
It was just a good week. It was productive. Like I had what
did you produce? What?
I was productive with my time. With taking care of all the things that I need to take care of, like my family, myself, all of the above. My home, my car. Okay.
All right.
That.
What else you do?
That was it.
That was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nothing newsworthy to tell?
No.
You had a visitor this week.
I had a who?
A visitor.
A visitor from who?
You saw your nephew.
Oh, yeah. I had my nephew for Easter. Yeah.
Saw him.
Hopefully everybody had a great Easter, by the way. Yeah.
I hope. They didn't have a better Easter than Jesus. Because he got up. He said, y'all thought I had me? Look at you. You played yourself.
Really? Now you're trying to imagine Jesus saying, you played yourself. Goodbye. You're so lame.
This is so inappropriate, but I imagine Jesus saying.
Don't imagine him saying it. Just keep it to yourself. Not everything that comes to your mind should be said out loud. Just keep it to yourself.
I imagine when they saw Jesus outside the grave, he said, surprise, motherfucker.
He did not say that. Get off me. Get off me.
They can't hold me down.
No, they didn't say
Can't nobody hold me down. Oh, we can't do that. That's Puffy. Sorry.
Too late.
Canceled.
Too late. What? Why are you looking at me? Why are you making it so awkward?
Because I'm thinking about all the inappropriate things I can say.
Okay, but you shouldn't.
And associated to it.
You shouldn't, though, because...
That's how my brain works.
Okay.
He pulled up.
Yeah, he did. He told them to watch out now.
Right.
He said, "You thought you had me, huh?"
Right. You know what the disciples said when they saw him?
What?
Dynamite!
Oh, okay. They did not. But now I want to watch Good Times.
It's Kid.
Dynamite! That's Phoenix's one of her favorite shows aside from Golden Girls. I love that my 7-year-old
it's because
loves those shows.
It's because we watch the same shows our granny watched with her.
Because first of all, because they hit. They don't miss. And I can constantly watch the reruns. What did she ask me to do? She was like, "Mom, are we going to start Golden Girls again?" I was like, "Girl," but then I told her, I said, "You haven't watched the Golden Palace."
Right. She needs to watch.
So now I got to get her to watch the Golden Palace. And I can't believe that they only I think there's only 2 seasons of Golden Palace. We got to get her to watch
Gilligan's Island.
Oh, I used to love Gilligan's Island too. Oh my gosh, yeah, I should put that in the rotation.
And just so y'all know, Marianne was the baddest chick on the island.
She wasn't. She was hyped up to be, but she really wasn't, though. No, she really wasn't.
Marianne was.
She really wasn't, though. Okay.
No, I'm not talking about the model. The other one Marianne wasn't the model.
I'm trying to think.
Ginger was the model.
I'm trying to think how the song went. It's in my head, but I can't.
I don't know.
Oh, I hear the melody, but I can't hear the words.
What we got today, Busby? I kind of already told him. But.
Yeah. Today is an Our 2 Cents episode, the reaction episodes that you guys love so much. Shout out to all of the new followers.
Yes,
you guys. Again, like I say, we love y'all real bad. We love y'all real bad.
Because we still feel like we in the trenches and y'all in the trenches with us.
I mean, right. We still in the trenches, but now we can we've been scratching dirt. Yeah. And so now it's you starting to see light that's peeking through, right? It's like we Jedediah. Okay. Never mind. Just stop right there. Just stop right there.
It's like we Jedediah before he struck that oil. And when we hit oil, we're not gonna forget about y'all. We're gonna be doing the same shit we do now. We're gonna be the Beverly Hillbillies and
the Beverly Hillbillies
and Beverly Hills, still eating roadkill and eating possum soup.
Okay,
rabbit stew.
No one's eating possum soup or rabbit stew.
Possum soup probably fire.
Okay, it's not.
You wouldn't try it?
No,
I would try it.
No. First of all, it's a possum.
Okay,
where you get it from?
There's possums outside.
Exactly. That's my point. Thank you for proving it.
The rabbits are outside. The cows are outside.
And who's eating? Who's eating?
This is coming from a person who ate alligator bites and loved them.
First of all,
what do you think the alligator was?
That's different.
Outside.
That's different.
The alligator was outside.
That was different. I'm not gonna.
I didn't tell you this.
I'm not gonna explain to you how different it is, but just know that it is.
So when I walked the dog today, she was hilarious because she was determined to catch a crow. And I said, "Baby,
did you tell her that wasn't going to happen?
That's not going to happen. That crow not going to
tell her that her efforts are feeble."
I said, "You are not a cat."
She might think she is.
She thinks she's 2 pounds.
That's how Bailey was. She thought she was as small as the Chihuahua.
Yeah, but it's our 2 cents episode.
All right, guys. So let's just jump right on into it.
We have an update first, right? It's our first ever update.
Yeah, did you send me the update?
I did. I texted you.
Oh, okay. Let's go into the update first then before we head into Our 2 Cents.
She never listens.
Okay, so we have an update from the Am I the Asshole for Breaking Up with My Girlfriend after she insisted I pay for her sister's student loans. First of all, let me just shout out our comment section on TikTok.
And Instagram.
Because
they was giving.
Y'all are hilarious. Hilarious.
And to old girl that was body shaming me, I thought it was hilarious. I got thick skin. It don't bother me.
Okay, let's see.
And yes, she's still a hoe. The update proves that she was a hoe.
Okay. Y'all ready? So here's the update. So a couple of weeks ago, I posted about how I was 28 and I broke up with my girlfriend who was 26 after she demanded that I pay off her sister's $42,000 loan after already paying off her $35,000 loan. Y'all overwhelmingly said I am not an asshole and suggested that I reverse the payment. Well, I did exactly that. I called the loan servicer, explained the situation, and was able to get the $35,000 payment reversed. My ex absolutely lost it when she found out, blowing up my phone with 50 plus text messages and calling me every name in the book. She's telling everyone that I stole from her and her family and that they are threatening legal action. Laughing out loud, good luck. Her sister even showed up at my apartment screaming about how I, quote unquote, ruined their plans, whatever that means. My friends are split. Half think that it was savage, but justified, and the others thinks that I should have just walked away without taking the money back. But honestly, the fact that immediately started planning how to spend my money on her sister confirms I made the right call. Mm-hmm. So, am I the asshole for taking back the money that was clearly part of a manipulation scheme?
No.
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 No. And see, you didn't read the part there where he said that she gave him the ultimatum because she was already seeing somebody else and she was just waiting to end the relationship.
Okay.
That's what.
That's why I had agreed that he wasn't savage, like when he said that.
And that's what made him call and get his money back because she had already. So
she had already showed her true colors. She had already showed her true colors.
As a proud member of the petty gang and the petty society,
by Maurice,
and one who deems himself Petty Murphy.
Bye.
I am very proud of your actions of getting your money back. These hoes don't deserve nothing but the inches, like I said before. Nothing but the inches. And to the lady on Instagram that said I shouldn't call her a hoe because she's still a hoe. Because she...
Why?
Because she was plotting on leaving him.
Yeah.
And then the fact that she left you, but then she didn't lose your number because when that account changed, she wanted to know what happened. So I'm proud of you, sir. City Boys is up. It's gonna be a long summer.
Did you say City Boys?
City Boys is up.
Okay, let's go on to the next one because I'm not doing this with you.
What? City
Boys is up.
City Boys is up.
Okay, here we go.
Well, hold on, no. You're not going to discount my. What's wrong with the City Boys?
Nothing.
We up.
Okay. You're not a city boy.
I'm not. The men are up. We'll say the men are up.
Okay.
You doing too much.
Would I be the asshole for reporting a doctor for indicating that I was cheating?
Well, I mean...
A little context before we get into it.
Okay.
I'm a 27-year-old female. My partner is 26-year-old male, and we've been together for 3 years. We have a great relationship, and from the day we met, we never saw or dated anybody else. I had a more quote-unquote fun past than my partner, but always got checked just to be safe. I got myself checked right before I met my partner, and I was all clear. Fast forward to October, just gone, I had just given birth via emergency C-section to our beautiful baby boy. This was after a failed induction, 3 sweeps, back bursts, 48 hours in labor, and a hormone drip. I was in the depths of postpartum depression. Not only the PPD, but my surgery went wrong, causing nerve damage in my arm and not being able to use it for 8 weeks after surgery. Damn. Myself and our son were in the hospital for 6 days after his birth. We went home and we were scared but excited. On the 10th day of his life, I noticed his eyes were getting puffy and a little gloopy and decided to call on a doctor as it was Sunday late evening. He asked us to come down, which we did, and there it was when it went all wrong. The doctor asked how old my son was. I replied, 10 days. He said, yes, I already know what this is, without even looking at him. He gave me this really long terminology that sounded like the furniture would move if you said it out loud. He told me to look it up when I got home alone. I live with my partner and our son. I looked it up in the doctor's office and nearly died there and then. It basically said conjunctivitis due to chlamydia. When I tell you I looked at him like he had 17 heads, this is actually common as some forms of the clap don't show up in women. I started bawling. I said that I don't have that and that I was tested before my partner and that I have been with nobody else since then. He looked at me and said, "Are you sure?"
Damn.
If I wasn't crying so hard, I genuinely would have slapped him. He looked at my partner with sympathy. I then said, I did not have a vaginal birth, so how could that have happened? This is a specific condition that is common, bearing in mind if you have a vaginal birth. He brushed off what I said, and he basically blamed and shamed me for absolutely nothing. We left there and I got home. I got a test kit for home and from the hospital. And ironically, would you believe, it was clean and clear. And so was my partner. Then we went to my child's actual pediatrician and he explained that was impossible as because I gave birth via C-section, but that he did have conjunctivitis, but bacterial. I wanted to bring him back and give the doctor a piece of my mind, calling him ignorant and inconsiderate to people and new mothers who already have a lot going on. My partner said that I would be a bit of an asshole if I rang back to give him a lot to stick it to him when I could just move on, whereas I think he needs to realize that he has to listen and not shame people, even if this does happen. But never mind that it didn't. Would I be the asshole for reporting him to the board?
I mean, no, but there's nothing you can...
Even if you reported him to the board, they wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, because that's his opinion.
Yeah, I think they call that bedside manner. Yeah. It's just a doctor who has like really bad bedside manner. But yeah, no, I mean, me personally, because I be petty sometimes, I would probably...
Oh, you would have called, sent 3 emails,
yeah.
You would have sent a letter to his mother.
I would have found other patients who were disgruntled, other patients who really didn't care for him much.
Yeah, you would have...
yeah, I would have went...
Yeah, you would have went...
I would have went like balls to the wall. Is that what they say? Balls to the wall?
Yeah, whatever they say.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, congratulations on the baby. And I guess you don't have chlamydia.
But the baby has conjunctivitis.
He got it from somewhere.
Bacteria. She said bacterium or something like that.
Honestly,
the point of the story is no. I would say no. You wouldn't be the asshole for reporting him, because he also didn't make you feel welcomed or comfortable. But to indicate, and especially in front of my partner, that I've basically been cheating, or you know what I mean? Like, I think that's kind of effed up.
I mean, here's the thing. I do think the doctor was an asshole. Because what if the scenario would have been she got the chlamydia from her partner and he was cheating?
That part.
You gonna just assume
that
it's
part.
the woman? Now we know that sex is a lot more readily available for women than men, so I mean it's a fair assumption. But
wow,
it shouldn't be made.
Wow,
shouldn't be made like that.
Fight it, Mel. Okay, moving on because I can't with you today.
That was a long one.
Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit again after my sister didn't pick her kids up on time?
Hell no.
No, before I even read it.
No.
Before I even read it. No.
We even got to go into this one.
No. Because people be real disrespectful when you doing them a favor and a solid by watching your kids.
We even got to read this one.
Okay, so it says, at the beginning of this week, I babysat my sister's 2 kids, one of which is a newborn.
Oh, hell no.
She's a single mother and went out to meet with friends to have lunch. She promised me to be back after a few hours. I didn't want to babysit since it would cost me precious time for my exam prep, but I was anxious because there was a newborn and I have 0 experience, but she begged and she cried, so I did. She didn't show up until yesterday in the evening, and I wasn't able to reach her during the 4 days she was gone.
Damn.
And even called hospitals to see if they had found a female body or what, because I was seriously concerned and I thought something major had happened.
Damn.
How the hell you disappear for 4 days?
Damn.
I can't. Turns out she was partying and lost track of time. And I should just stay calm and don't cause so much drama because everything is good and nothing bad had happened to the kids.
Yeah, because it might care.
Right. She didn't see the fact that I was shaking and had panic attacks. After she told me to shut the F up because she tried to sleep, I just packed my stuff and now I'm on the train going back to my place. When I left, she called me and said, how dare I leave because I had promised to take care of the 2-year-old when she goes to the hospital for her appointment on Saturday morning with the newborn, and that I promised that before she partied. So no matter what had happened, I need to keep my word. I feel a little guilty, but I'm also afraid she'll continue that. And let me start that over. I feel a little guilty, but also I'm afraid she will continue like that. And I felt a need to protect myself. My mom and her think that I'm an asshole. My mom partly understands, but said that should have been patient one more day until the appointment. Am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely not.
Look here.
Absolutely. She thought just because you were her sister, she could take advantage.
Look here. This just effing triggered me, okay?
I can't.
Do you remember when we agreed to watch your nephews for like a night so your sister can go out and then she left the whole weekend?
No.
You remember that? I remember that. And it pissed me off so much. Like she literally this one we lived across the street from her.
Okay.
And she had went out with her friends and they were in LA and they were partying. And she just decided that, I got time out. And she took the whole weekend.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I remember that because I was pissed.
Obviously, because it stuck with you.
It triggered me. No, you're not an asshole. I'm gonna say this as nicely as I can. Fuck her and her kids.
Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole. I think what's rude and disrespectful is she asked you to watch her 2 children, one being a newborn.
And then
First of all,
4 days.
First of all, I'm not finna drop my newborn off. Let's start there. But that's neither here nor there. She was being rude and disrespectful by asking you to watch them for a few hours and then went MIA for 4 days,
right.
Not pick up her phone and you not be able to get in contact with her. I just feel like that just shows her level of maturity because how you gonna drop your newborn off and then go MIA for 4 days? You don't even call to check in on your newborn.
I'm gonna ask
It's a newborn.
I'm gonna just go ahead and ask the question everybody in the comments gonna ask. Where would daddy at?
Babe, she disappears for 4 days and drops off a newborn. We probably don't even know who he is. Let's be for real.
So the doctor was right to assume.
I guess. Some situations, I guess it is. I guess it is in some situations.
Oh, okay.
Am I the asshole for asking my husband not to go on a trip with a woman who openly flirts with him and feeling betrayed when he did it anyway? Okay. Let's see. Hi, everyone. I'm 32 and I've been married to my husband, let's call him Joe, for 8 years. And they've been together for 10. In all that time, we have always prioritized each other's emotional well-being. If something hurt one of us, we didn't do it again no matter what. We valued having a happy spouse more than being right. Because of this, my love for him grew immensely. I was certain he'd never do anything that would break my heart. But here I am, heartbroken and disappointed.
Don't try to read it sad.
So here she is. Joe owns a company and we work together. Financially, we're in a great place. Recently, though, through Joe's father, we got a chance to bid for a major government contract, a massive opportunity. Due to its scale involved, without whom the deal won't happen, is led by a very attractive, flirty woman. She's the CEO and has openly flirted with Joe in front of me. We both noticed her behavior, and in order to avoid misunderstandings or conflicts, we decided to work on the bid together. Things were okay until one meeting where during a break, she touched Joe's arm and said something like, quote, "If I had a husband like you, I'd never leave your side. You're someone every woman wants, but sometimes even that's not enough. Someone else might steal your mind." End quote. I snapped. I responded, quote, "I'm not following him. He just never leaves my side." End quote. She brushed it off as a joke, but I knew that it wasn't. I saw the look in her eyes, and I know women. Later, I talked to Joe about it. He admitted that she was crossing a line and that he was in fact uncomfortable, but didn't react strongly to avoid jeopardizing the deal. I wasn't thrilled, but I tried to understand. Then one day, I found out that I was excluded from a 3-day trip site visit for the bid, a trip requested by the woman. Only 5 people are going, and Joe is one of them. When I heard, I told him that I was extremely uncomfortable with this and asked him not to go. I even begged him. I said that the deal wasn't worth it and that financially we're stable and that we don't need the contract. But he went anyway. Even after everything I said, he left without me. Something broke in me. I trusted him with my whole heart. I truly believed he'd never choose anything over my peace of mind. Now I feel like he did. He left me behind, and it hurts so deeply that part of me doesn't even want to care anymore. If he comes back, if he ends up with that woman, I just feel numb. A part of me says, come on, 10 amazing years, don't throw it all away. Another part wants to take off my wedding ring and send him a photo and file for divorce. So am I the asshole for asking him not to go? And how do I even begin to deal with these emotions?
Go ahead.
Well, I gotta go first.
Go ahead.
No, tell me what your thoughts are.
All right. Fuck it.
She said, am I the asshole for asking him not to go?
Okay.
No, I don't think you're an asshole for asking him not to go.
Did you want me to go or not?
Oh, yeah. I thought you wanted me to say that.
Because apparently you don't want me to go to either.
Go. Bye. I see what you did there.
Okay. No. You're not an asshole for asking him not to go.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like your husband sees the potential in the deal, and he's secure enough in himself and his relationship that he can take this trip to try to make the deal go through. Mm-hmm. And I feel like the real issue here is that either you don't trust Joe or you're dealing with your own insecurities. Because if Joe has never shown you any signs of infidelity or being untrustworthy, then you are allowing your insecurities to be portrayed onto him, and that's why you're trying to control it, and that's why you feel the way you do about this movement. But if you believe your husband can be faithful to you, I don't see the issue with him going to try to make this deal go through, because it will, like you said in the beginning, it will benefit you guys greatly. Even though you guys are stable now, you'll be even better off after the deal. So I believe Joe is thinking about future stability. So I don't think he and if he already acknowledged that the woman is inappropriate, and he's giving you, no signs or no indication that he wants this woman or wants to pursue this woman, I don't see an issue with him taking the trip. And I think that me personally, I feel like you're overreacting, but I'm pretty sure my wife feels differently. So.
Okay, so I can understand all of that.
But
okay, a couple of things. For one, they don't need the money. It just seems like it's a really great opportunity. We've established that, right? For great. Two, she has said that the premise and foundation of their relationship is that they have always prioritized each other's emotional well-being and peace, no matter what and no matter who is right. Right? They prioritize our emotional well-being for each other over who is right. So even though this is a great opportunity, if nobody's right in this situation. Okay, but listen, if she understands that this is a great opportunity, they both have already experienced the inappropriateness of this woman, right? And if he has always prioritized the way his wife feels, has always taken into consideration her emotions or whatever, and he's always said, you know what, if this causes you any angst, it's not worth it. But then we get to a situation like this where we clearly know you're about to be around a woman who clearly wants you, who's made it known and has gone as far as disrespecting me in front of you. And then the one time you want to stick to your guns and think you have a great excuse to not prioritize how I'm telling you I'm feeling is when you're going to go on a 3-day trip away from me with another woman who has already disrespected me in front of you. So for the sake of more money, which we don't need. Okay. So from her perspective, I completely understand that, because if that has been my relationship for the past 10 years and I have known and I have settled in and have been secure in the fact that anytime I have come to you and I've said, this makes me uncomfortable, this gives me angst or whatever, you can call it insecurity, you can call it whatever, but you have always reassured me in that way, no matter what the situation was, you have always said, I'm prioritizing how you feel and your feelings matter to keep our marriage on steady ground. And I have been secure in that, and I have leaned on that for 10 years. And then the one time you're not going to prioritize what I'm telling you I'm feeling is going to be you away from home for 72 hours with another woman who has basically made you her target. And I'm supposed to be okay with that?
Yeah.
So no, that's going to be a no, because that's going to be a no.
Just pull up.
It's going to be a no, because now because we don't know the ins and out. But my thing is, did you fight for why I should be there? Because she said that they're working on the project together, because that's also something he agreed to make her comfortable. So if we're going to go see a bid site, right? And she knows that you and I are not just husband and wife, but we're also business partners. Why wasn't my wife included on this job?
Pull up.
So him as a man, that's all on him. Because if he didn't say, you know, me and my wife are also business partners, so therefore all the business partners need to be here on this bid site, and you didn't make a stance for saying my business partner, aka my wife, needs to come in on this bid site, and you allowed her, like, because she's the CEO and without her, this isn't going to happen. So basically now you're telling me you're pleasing another woman over me for money? That's wild, because we don't even need money.
Is he pleasing the woman, or is he trying to make the deal happen?
He's pleasing the woman because, listen, the deal
in his mind,
Maurice, the deal is only an opportunity. It's not anything that's going to be like, it's going to be detrimental to us if we don't have it. Right. So you mean that's okay. So listen, so this is what you're saying.
No.
You're telling me that you having a bigger opportunity to generate more income that's going to be associated with a woman who clearly is attracted to you, who clearly flirts with you, who's done it in front of me, right? You didn't correct her the first time when she disrespected me in front of you. You didn't correct it the first time. You didn't stand up for me when she said, okay, we're all the business partners are going on a 3-day work site bid and everyone needs to be there. You didn't stand up for me and say my business partner, aka my wife, needs to be there. You're doing everything to keep her happy until this goes through. And in the back of your mind, what you're thinking is you're going to fix everything with me once the deal's complete and you've got the check and we got the money. You think that, let me keep her happy. Let me keep this woman happy. And then once I get what I want, this big opportunity, then I can go back and fix things with my wife.
But it's business.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's what you're saying.
Business. She's mixing their personal relationship with the business.
No, Maurice, that's always going to happen because they're married and they're in business together.
I'm saying
that's why you don't. That's why you don't go into business with your spouse if that's going to be an issue.
And what I'm saying is he's seeing it as business and she's seeing it as a personal attack on her marriage.
Okay.
They're not seeing it the same.
Okay, they're not seeing it the same.
Can I speak, woman?
Go ahead.
Now, I agree with you on the fact of he should take measures to make sure his wife feels heard and protected, and that and make sure that her emotional well-being is intact. I do agree with that. What I'm saying is I see from a man's perspective, I can see why he chose to go.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
And I'm telling you,
because he's thinking at the end of the day, this deal is going to benefit all of us.
It's going to be, but he's prioritizing that and making the woman who he's doing the deal with.
But he don't see it that way,
Maurice. Listen, it doesn't matter how you try to slice it up. You can keep slapping business on it all you want to, but if it came down to your marriage,
relationship.
Listen, if it came, Maurice, she made it romantic when she openly flirted with him in front of his wife and disrespected his wife, and he didn't stand up and say that she wasn't okay.
She made it one-sided romantic. He's not.
Maurice, it doesn't matter how you try to like dress it up.
Okay,
it doesn't matter how you're trying to.
So we're gonna just not get the bag because she want me.
But see, the bag is something that we want. The bag isn't something that we need. Okay. So when you start prioritizing the bag over us, and you start prioritizing the bag over how I'm telling you this is affecting me, then we need to reconsider things, because now what you're telling me is that your priorities for me are not in order.
Okay.
That's what you're telling me. And you like I said, you can keep slapping business on it. You can keep saying that's the way he's not thinking. Okay, then don't think that way and be rich and divorced. Because guess what? If we're already business partners, when I leave your ass, because now I know that you're not going to prioritize me over an opportunity, guess what? I'm still going to make money. I'm going to make the money that we made together. I'm going to get probably half of everything we got together. I'm getting half of the damn opportunity when you finish it, and then you can go give it to her flirting. And I hope you guys will be happy.
And if you
so either way it goes, sounds like I win.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it sounds like if she leaves, they both win, because both of them win.
Yeah. So, so keep slapping business on it. Every time you slap business on it.
You're hyped about this.
Yeah, because the fact that you're trying not to like understand The issue is it's crazy. It's crazy work, but you're going to keep, because you want to hold it down for the guys. You want to hold it down for the guys. As a man, he's not thinking about it like that.
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is I understand everything, how she feels and what she's saying. Mm-hmm. It's just that it'd be hard for me to allow her insecurities to stop the deal from happening.
To stop you from making more money that you don't even need anyway.
You can always make more money.
Because that's
the price of eggs,
and that's greedy. And then that's high. Greed. So now I can just keep piling it up because that's greed.
Let's go next one. I'm done with
That's just greed. Like a great opportunity, yes.
This has been a
great opportunity, yes. Nobody wants to turn down a great opportunity, but all that glitters ain't gold. Don't you? If you hit it, I swear I'm gonna pinch the crap out of you. I'm gonna pinch you. Press it.
Are you done?
I'm blinking. Somebody save me.
No one's going to save you. Yeah. Prioritize the bag.
Are you done?
I can't. I'm not doing this with you. Okay. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance that he's not allowed to be tired?
Okay.
Okay, I'm a 28-year-old female and my fiance is 32. We have an 8-month-old daughter. Since I lost my job 3 months ago, I've been a stay-at-home mom while working, while looking for work. However, his income isn't enough to cover our bills, so I've been using my savings to pay half of our bills. For the past few weeks, the baby has been sleeping less and less, being fussy with feedings and naps, and genuinely upset because she's teething. Most of the day is spent comforting and entertaining her and cleaning the house. Because he gets home late, she usually is asleep, but has been waking up between 2 and 3 a.m. and staying awake for a couple of hours. Averaging wake-up time is between 6 and 7 a.m. Needless to say, I'm not getting a lot of sleep. Well, today, he had the day off and went to the doctor for 2 hours for a physical, then came home. Baby had been fussy and finally took a nap in the car on the way home and slept a bit at home. Within 20 minutes, she was up again and it was close to another feeding. So I asked if he could feed her and he said no because he was tired from the doctor. I snapped. I told him that I had been up since 6:30 and I was exhausted from lack of sleep for the past 3 days. He told me that he was exhausted from working 8-hour shifts and that 2 hours at the doctor's office was also exhausting and that he didn't feel good. I snapped again and I told him that he wasn't allowed to be tired because at least he doesn't have to get up in the middle of the night and take care of a baby or clean an entire house or do all of the cooking. He snapped back at me and said that I was being insensitive and that he was working hard to advance in his job since I had lost mine. So am I the asshole for telling him that he's not allowed to be tired?
Sadly, yes.
I mean, you could be an asshole for telling him that he's not, like for saying the words.
Okay, good. Yeah, go ahead and put on for the ladies.
He can be tired for. I mean, yeah, you could be an asshole for saying that because here's the thing: when there's a new baby involved, it's tiring for both parties. Having a baby in the house is tiring for both parties. Mm-hmm. Okay, both parties. Mm-hmm. But we all know whether you working or not working, who's primarily getting up in the middle of the night, who's primarily doing feedings. We already know. Go ahead and be and be passive aggressive, like you like to do.
I'm not passive aggressive.
Like you like to do. Go ahead.
I'm not passive aggressive at all. My response is this. I believe you are an asshole for saying that.
For saying the words, right? Yes.
I also believe he was an asshole for saying he was tired on Saturday. Now,
from his 2-hour doctor's appointment.
Okay, that's a long time to be a doctor.
It was a physical. I don't know what he does.
He must have been over a couple of times.
Something, but he only works 8-hour shifts. So
yeah, that's like
okay.
Calm down. You work 8 hours a day. Let me get into it.
Because I was gonna say, can you? I'm not trying to discredit anybody, but I'm saying there's a difference between an 8-hour shift and a 12.
Because
that's all I'm saying.
I mean, we can relate to this because when you were home with her, when you're still out on leave. And I was working. Now, mind you, I was working 10 hours a day. I was working 10 and a half, 11 hours a day and then coming home. And I was still spending about an hour to 2 hours every afternoon or every
like evening yes.
with the baby, so that she would at least get a break. Yeah. So she could at least lay down for a little bit,
take my shower, watch a show.
I was doing something, and then on the weekends I was taking the baby. Yeah. So like she had a break. I do think that it is like I think he is an asshole. Because regardless of whether it was 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever it was at the doctor, he should prioritize helping you out on the weekends. Because I understand, as someone who has been on both sides of this, meaning the person who's been with the child all day and the person who's coming home with the child all day, is that whoever's been with the child all day, they haven't had a break.
They haven't.
They ain't had it. Now, and especially if you have a baby that don't like taking naps.
Or a baby that's being breastfed.
Right. So
that's a whole different.
So I think you are an asshole because people get tired. Yep. Working 8 hours a day. I mean, Lord, I don't know when the last time I did that. That sounds great. That's not enough to be tired. I feel like if he's only working 8 hours a day, he can help. He can definitely help during the week after work. And if he's going to work late, he can get up and do them 2 and 3 a.m. feedings. Because if he's working 8 hours a day and he's getting home at like 8 or 9 at night, he ain't going to work to noon. He can take a nap for work.
But you know how some men are. Like, it just,
Be careful who you choose.
You're just not.
Choose wisely.
You're just not. We're not built the same. And it's okay. Because we all have our strengths and we all have our weaknesses.
Good thing I'm built
That's
better.
why we go together like PB and J.
Who's the PB and who's the J?
I'm just saying like they complement each other.
Who's the PB?
I'm just saying like men and women complement each other. What, with me? With us?
Yeah.
I think I'm peanut butter.
Yeah, because you thick. Yeah, you got that right, because you thick.
Goodbye, DeMel.
What are you?
Thick. So silly. Is it a red flag if my girlfriend hides her phone around me? What do you think?
Possible.
Me and my girlfriend have been together for about 10 months. Lately, I've started noticing that she's really weird about her phone. She keeps it face down all the time.
Oh, she cheating.
Turns off the... Oh, she's cheating. She's cheating. She keeps it face down all the time, turns off notifications when I'm around, and takes it with her, even if she's just stepping out for a minute.
She putting on silent. She cheating.
She used to be more open, like showing me memes and stuff from her chats. But now it's like the phone is some top secret device. I'm not the kind of guy who goes snooping, and I haven't gone through it, but I can't lie, it's starting to bother me. I asked her if something is up, and she just said, I like my privacy.
Okay.
That's all. She gives no other explanation. Is it a red flag? I want to trust her, but it's hard not to feel like she's hiding something.
It's a red flag.
Oh, no, she's cheating. I like how you said, oh, no.
She's cheating.
Like if he was asking you face to face, you'd be, oh, no, she's cheating. She's cheating.
It's a red flag.
Like, what more do you want?
It's a red flag. And if you want to know, match the energy.
And see if she likes it?
See if she likes it. Because if that energy don't sit well with her, because she know what she doing with it.
Yeah.
Easy fix.
You could. And see if she likes it. Mm-hmm. Or she might be so distracted by what's on that phone that she wouldn't even care.
Okay.
So, I mean, either way, you should get your answer.
Two can play that game.
Yeah. Because, if you just put a little petty hat on.
Become Petty Murphy.
If you put a little petty hat on, you'll get a lot done.
Right.
You'll get a lot done.
What's with the gang signs?
What? That wasn't a gang sign.
You gonna throw it up again?
That's peace.
That's wild.
That's peace with thumbs.
That's wild.
Yep. Peace with thumbs.
Wow.
Is that a peace with thumbs? No?
Okay. Well, sure, whatever you say.
Oh.
That's wild. That's all we got?
Yeah.
That was kind of dry. Juicy ones.
No, you just like ratchetness. You talk about me, but you like ratchetness. You like stuff like from the gutter.
I'm here for the drama.
No, babe. What are you talking about? That was drama.
Okay.
It wasn't enough drama for you?
Well, people, this has been another episode of the Life After I Do podcast. We appreciate you watching and listening. You can follow us on all social media platforms at TikTok.
At TikTok?
On TikTok.
This isn't normally his
Instagram.
speech.
Instagram. We're also on Facebook and YouTube. Shouts out to all the new followers. We appreciate your support.
We love y'all.
You are really helping us with these gymnastic fees. We appreciate y'all greatly.
Keep up the good work.
Keep up the good work. You can write into us at lifeafterduepodcast@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
We look forward to seeing you every Wednesday.
Why you sound like you giving a job interview?
And until next time.
No. Why you sound like you giving a job interview?
I'm trying to be more.
You know, we appreciate you for coming in today.
Let me start over. Can I start over?
This has been another episode of the Life After I Do podcast.
This has been another episode of the Life After I Do podcast. It's one of the best podcasts, hands down.
No, we're not doing that.
Hands down.
We're not doing that.
You won't.
We're not on this podcast.
You won't find a better podcast. These two.
Everything is great.
These two. Nesha G. I mean, they know their stuff. You want to talk about informed people, they know their stuff. And let me tell you, R2 Cent, I love it. Shelf Shiz. Love it. You can follow them everywhere. They're on TikTok. They're not on Truth.
I don't even know what Truth
Hopefully
is.
soon they'll be on Truth.
Okay.
Truth Social.
What's the other one?
That's my platform, Truth Social. You can follow us everywhere. You can follow them everywhere. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
It's wonderful. You know, everything is wonderful.
Everywhere you can find fake news, you can follow them. You can write it to them. I think they have a Gmail account. Whack.
So silly. So silly. All right, guys. Until next week, thanks for hanging with us.
Peace,
Peace, Booskies.